Hi, I'm Prideaux, Partner Engagement and Pathways Officer at the Office of Graduate Research. I'm here today with Dani Milos, our HDI Education Coordinator, and Emily Crawley, a current PhD student and also our HDI student representative. And we're going to talk today about the Industry Mentoring Network in STEM program and its awesomeness, really. So Dani, would you be able to give us an overview of the program?
Sure can, yes. So IMNIS is a 12-month mentoring program where PhD students get real-world experience and advice from industry leaders in STEM. Students or mentees are matched with an industry leader in their chosen area of interest. Each month, the mentor and the mentee meet for 1 hour to share knowledge and to discuss the mentee's career aspirations, challenges, skills development, and to answer any questions that either one of them may have. In addition to the individual mentoring, IMNIS also hosts 5 statewide events, which are there to facilitate industry-based education and networking amongst mentors and mentees. So this is the 3rd year that IMNIS has partnered with IMNIS, so we've been doing it for a little while now. And I should just point out that the program is most relevant to 2nd year PhD students, but any PhD student who has completed their confirmation of candidature and who will still be enrolled in August 2019 is welcome to apply. And applications do close on the 13th of September because that's when the program launches.
Excellent. So for Emily, you were a participant over the last year. What attracted you to the program?
Yeah, so I really liked the idea of actually receiving advice from someone who was working in industry at the time, as opposed to some of the other kind of advice people that we get advice from. I felt like I was very uninformed about what my options were after my PhD in terms of my career, and especially here in Adelaide when a lot of the areas are not as sort of big as they are interstate or overseas. I liked the opportunity to actually ask questions of this person, to be able to have time to have discussions, to hear from their experiences and learn some sort of little tips and tricks that they might have for, you know, landing the job that you want after your PhD.
So it sounds like the IMNIS mentor is quite different to your academic supervisor. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I think it's a very different relationship in that with your academic supervisor, you're generally kind of very results driven in what you talk about, what you spend time on. You're trying to get that great breakthrough that's going to lead to a paper or some funding and ultimately end up in your thesis. Whereas with the industry mentor, it was very casual and we really had time to focus on what I wanted to do in the future and sort of the things that I could be doing to get me there from right now. She was also, really great in that she shared a lot of her experience and, her sort of wisdom in that time.
Yeah, which sounds like it would be, you know, quite an amazing experience to be able to have that benefit of learning from someone else who's in the industry at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do you think you'll take away from the program?
So I think the biggest thing that I'll take away is a real confidence to strive for the goals that I have in my future. She really talked through all the skills that I've developed through my PhD, but a lot of the sort of soft skills that you've developed through other working experiences and through other parts of the PhD that are really going to set you up for that, you know, future career ideally. We talked through a lot about how important it is to get your CV and covering letter right, how that's the only thing that they're going to see on their desk before they decide to interview you or not. And I don't think I understood how important that really is to get those things right, that you should spend the time on them and you should really nail them so that you can get to the interview and then really show your employer, future employer, how good you could be as their employee.
Yeah, and you're getting that advice from an actual industry leader as well, so they're the ones who are going to be looking at that CV.
So very relevant. And you mentioned their time as well and spending some time on doing this, but how much time did you really need to take and how did that fit in with your PhD work?
Yeah, so it didn't feel like it detracted from my PhD work at all. So we would meet for an hour once a month, which is not a huge commitment, and then I'd spend an hour or 2 maybe sort of preparing for that meeting, putting my CV together or updating my CV, you know, drafting a covering letter for a job that I might be interested in. And it didn't feel like it took away from my PhD at all. It was quite exciting to be able to spend time on, you know, what my future could be and, you know, developing all of those skills that are sort of separate to your PhD research.
Sounds like a really positive experience. Yeah. So thank you both for that very quick overview of the IMNIS program and some of the benefits. As Dani mentioned, the program coming up for this year is still open at the moment. So if anyone is interested, contact Dani and she'll be able to sort that application out with you. And thank you very much for both talking about that today.
Fantastic, thank you.